Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin got hammered quite a bit today, obviously also due to the FTX issue, even though Bitcoin I think is not directly affected by any of that stuff. But of course, there's some deleveraging going on, risk management, people just move their funds out. And well, we've seen the expected additional low that we talked about in the previous video. That is to a degree a good thing, because it means that we have now the minimum number of required waves to the downside to count this wave pattern complete. So what that means, we will take a look at that in this video. Just again, I can only, we discussed earlier in the Telegram and Discord group about possibly Kucoin having issues as well, because they had some, they did suspend I think it was the futures platform for an hour, and they gave 10 minutes notice. Especially in times like these, this is extremely unusual and very strange. And then they had to extend their maintenance a little bit longer. So I from my side, I don't really want to suggest they have problems or something dodgy is going on, but I think in the current time we can't be careful enough. That relates to all the funds that are anywhere on any crypto exchange, really, that you don't need to have there, only if you really need them there to trade. Otherwise, I would just move it off to a ledger. So I finally unpacked my Ledger Nano X today that I bought a couple of months ago. Until then, I've only really used the Trezor, but the Trezor doesn't support all the coins. So I used the Ledger Nano today to move all my funds, or at least 85% of my funds, from Kucoin. I don't really hold anything anywhere else, really. I'm going to use Binance much more in the future. Coinbase, I'm not using that much. FTX is obviously not working out anymore, and yeah, so just really be careful out there. Be careful with stable coins. Be careful where you hold your coins generally, and just be careful out there at the moment. It's not a good vibe out there at the moment. It's really horrible. It's what annoys me so much is really that there is stuff going on, and purely because people got greedy. Yeah. That annoys me so much. That is again a damage for crypto. About the credibility of crypto, it's just ridiculous. It's like people behave like children. Really, is this stuff. If you're really running a company, it's just disappointing. We talked about that extensively on Discord today and Telegram, but it's just disappointing. Anyway, the good thing is Bitcoin finally saw its low. The primary expectation has worked out, which is good because Bitcoin looked really crappy since June. So it now has another chance to recover from there substantially. Long term, the FTX issue doesn't matter for crypto. I'm pretty convinced about that. It has short-term effects, yes, but you usually need a trigger for capitulation. We've never really seen capitulation. Sort of in this bear market. But this could be it, right? This could be it. We're getting closer and closer to a possible Bitcoin low, and I think these are the good news in all of this stuff. Everything's in shambles, really. It's just horrible. You can't imagine how many messages I get from people who have been absolutely wrecked, basically, right? And I can only always say that there's ways to protect yourself. You protect yourself by moving your funds to a hardware wallet, and you protect yourself by using stop losses. If you don't use a stop loss, it's either because you only have minimum exposure to a coin and you don't really worry, or you're investing in the long run. Yeah. And if you use too much leverage, well, then you probably know what you're doing anyway. So the risk is there, right? And events like these, unfortunately, they happen from time to time. Luna Classic or Luna, Three Arrows Capital. We had those issues. But again, let's get into the TA. Sorry for 4 minutes of talking. So let's take a look at the TA. So with Bitcoin, we have two scenarios. The first one, that is the primary expectation, is that we have here a wave A down, a wave B to the upside. No, wrong. See, I'm confused now as well. Wave A down, wave B up, and we're now in the C wave down. That has been the scenario for 3, 4, 5 weeks. I don't know. Yeah, and that we have seen already within this C wave. We've seen a wave 1, we've seen a wave 2. We're now in the third wave in green. That could be complete at any moment. There will be a wave 4 up and a wave 5 down. I told you weeks ago, months ago, or from time to time again, that I will start to DCA finally into Bitcoin when we make a new low. So I'm going to start DCAing a little bit more into Bitcoin now, because these are now prices that interest me. I was extremely careful with dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. I didn't really do any. Yesterday I did the first bit, and today I'll do more, just dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, because we are now really at interesting price levels. Yeah, it could drop further, but long term I think these are just good prices. Yeah, but yeah, we have now here the potential that we have seen a wave 3 down. There should be a wave 4 up with resistance in a certain area that I will talk about as well. So if we say we've now come down in a third wave, that could be really nearly finished, right? And if we assume it might be finished already, which is a bit too early to tell, then we would probably see resistance sort of in the region. Well, the way we've dropped now, it would be probably in the region around, yes, maybe 17,800, really, you know, in this fourth wave up. There's different ways of counting this, but I think we're looking here at sort of 17,800, maybe even a bit lower. There should be some resistance before we then come down further in wave 5. This is this scenario. Then we've got the other scenario, which is as per the red count, which I communicated earlier as well. It's just a different way of counting the ABC here. And that means we came down in a wave A, moved up in a wave B, and we're now coming down in wave C. And in this particular scenario, we have already the potential to really bottom now or very soon without a strong retracement, so that the next move up could already be the strong recovery. Because we have 5 waves down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this is possible, and this could mark the bear market low. But ideally we go down once more lower in wave 5 in green here. Yeah, this would be sort of the more, for me, the more likely scenario. Yeah. And I would also like to really see a strong low in place from which we can recover really significantly. Now, how long that takes, I can't answer that for you. But the message I think in this video is just still be careful out there. I think for me, it's now the time to start again with DCA for Bitcoin. And having the long-term view really, because I don't know, we don't know what still is going to come out. What other exchanges might be affected? How far is this all spreading? Yeah, like a virus. Really difficult, guys. So just be careful. I think at the moment it's worth having the long-term view if you buy at all. Otherwise, I wouldn't really buy, for a trade until we really have a confirmed bottom in place. I think here we have a chance to still go lower in the green wave 5. So there's two possibilities. Either we're bottoming out now here in the red count, or we're going up and then come down once more. And again, for this count in green, I gave you the resistance zones, sort of in the region 17.8K. If we really go above 18K, I think that would be a very first indication that a more substantial low has been struck. Yeah, even though it's not guaranteed. So as we speak, I think we're coming down even a bit lower here now. But yeah, there's no guarantee. This wave 5 in red is already over. This can spread a little bit further. And then we're looking at sort of the region overall here in the red count. Again, this could be finished at any time. And in the green count, we're looking sort of in the region 14 to 16K to finish off the bear market low. And then we just need to see how are we reacting. Do we get a strong bounce? Do we see an impulse up? Or do we just see a corrective wave pattern up before we really come down once more further? Because until we really see a reversal signal, the downtrend is in place. One thing to mention, that we are in the oversold range with a bullish divergence, a slight bullish divergence on the 1 hour chart. On the 4 hour chart, we are now massively oversold for Bitcoin. I think with all this sell-off, there is a strong possibility for a recovery in the next few days, maybe already tomorrow with the CPI data, even if it might not be a long-lasting one. But don't be surprised if in the next few days we get a strong rally at some point, because whenever you get such a sell-off, opportunity seekers will come in with fresh capital, right? The money is there. People are just not using it at the moment. The money is there, Of course, a lot of people lose money, but money is in the economy. Money is in the economy, There's plenty of money in the economy. People always say, who there's no money, but there is a lot of money in the economy. There's people who are buying Bugattis. There are people who buy private jets. There is a lot of money available. It's just they're not using it yet. They want to see the capitulation, and they want retail to drive this rally as well. But let's see, it's extremely uncertain at the moment. I think the good news is for Bitcoin as well, that we are finally coming down lower as expected. And again, it just creates the possibility for Bitcoin now to create a solid foundation, a solid rally, and not something messy as we did it here in June. Yeah, that it's not loading it for now, but you know what I mean. You know, the whole pattern here was messy. I've said it for weeks and weeks that the Bitcoin pattern was messy, and I would like it to make a new low so it can create a good foundation. And we had the catalyst, and it's put the new low in place. So let's hope we are going to rally soon. But again, this correction or this move down doesn't need to be finished yet. I think we still have a bit more downside potential, but now is the time where I will start dollar cost averaging Bitcoin more substantially. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.